Welcome everybody back for some more Timberborn on the channel. In today's episode you join me with a lot of bots being out of power, so we kind of need to fix that straight off the bat, but we're also going to be going ahead and preparing this area over here. I've gone ahead and filled it all in with the necessary items to build it all. Quickly going to prioritize that center line. Hopefully we got enough planks and we should have enough logs, but they're going to go ahead and build this up. The issue that I'm having at the moment is I believe I only have a charging station there, where in reality it would be nice if we had some more. Now I'm pretty sure if I go ahead and put in a couple of bits of power coming down the side here, I think the best thing to do would actually be to pull it down here and rotate all these so that they can be done. Go ahead and prioritize these, which will then bring power down to this level, so long as I go ahead and put in the necessary corner in like so. That will pull power to here, which then would imply or mean that I can indeed put in a charger station there. Go ahead and lower the priority of this one a little bit, make sure they build this one first. Doesn't matter actually, because they can do that one from down there. Go ahead and then put in the upshaft in there. Make sure they build that back one first as well, and this one. And so long as they get to build this one first, it means we can go ahead and put in the charging stations, which are in the science category. Like so, which means that there'll be a lot of charging area here for them to go and use to charge with, meaning that we don't have to worry too much about the bots running out of charge, which they are currently, because there's only one in here. We also do slightly need to worry about the actual power itself, in the sense that what we will have to do is try and potentially take the path a different route. So taking it down here instead of over there, and then we can go ahead and put in trying to think how big these engines are. If we were to come here though, do a one like that, one like this. Like that. And then pull the path. Like that. Obviously, as soon as that is built, we can then... Actually, we can put the engine in there now. We can then put another engine in there. Do a 4, one on this corner, and a straight in there. And the distance is, well, pretty much the same. Should probably get this thing going as well. Put that back on. That makes a very interesting sound. Because we have a couple of breeding pods over here. They do go relatively fast, which means we are going to get a lot of beavers coming into the world. I think the next thing would actually be to go ahead and get another hauling post in. and I think I'm going to go put it up here, next to... Don't actually know where I want to put it. All the crops up here are dead though. I think I might dam across here. Might use a lot of wood, but I mean there'll be storage of wood here. Not wood, water here. Means all this will stay green. I can't push any water back this way. I can only pull it this way, and we've still got 5 days left of the drought. Ooh, water's bad as well. Make sure these guys are pumping water as well. We ran out completely. Need to keep an eye on the water level. Definitely need to get some bots in these. For future reference. Does mean that there's some jobs that the bots can't do. They should be able to build these. Yeah. Plenty of resources. I think they're just focusing on this. Doesn't help that. Like all of the builders were bots. Except in there. Now we'll get these built up first, and then we'll get this built up. So then the bots can at least charge. Water is now a very big problem. We've got 4.7 days left. Should just open all the water pumps really. Keep an eye on that water level though. Maybe let like one layer out. No, I didn't do much step, so. The last thing I want for them is to die. And I can't get these guys to do anything except be injured because I can't make the medicine for them, because I don't think these guys have the medicine ability to be able to do anything with. So yeah, let's see if we survive this drought. And we have about 1.8 days left. We are at the last bit of water. Luckily we are a-okay for water, so we can go ahead and actually pause these water pumps. Everything on this side is going to die, unfortunately, but that's okay, I suppose. In fact, it dies in 1.6 days. It's dead. Yeah. This side survived. This side did not survive. I think that's just the way it works. So, that is not good. But we have survived with beavers, so that is the main important thing. And stuff like materials, because it doesn't have what it requires. The other thing I really wanted to fill this in for is so we can go ahead and, well, first things first, let's put this back on these. go ahead and high prioritize this whole thing. Oh yeah, all the builders are bots. That's cool. Might also do this. So all of the haulers and all of the builders are now all bots. So hopefully that will get stuff moving around the map. And we're now completely out of water with 0.8 days left. Yeah, might survive. Might not survive. So we got... Bots. So yeah, we might actually end up having some deaths here. Unfortunately. There's plenty of water on this side, but I haven't got any pumps on this side, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult. 0.4 days left. Might be okay. Everything else is dead, crop-wise, so... yeah. Not so good at all. At least they're getting this constructed, I guess. We've got some born beavers, but no deaf beavers yet. Luckily the water is coming back. And here we go. The water is back. Cycle 17 begins. Let's make sure all of these are unpaused. So when the water does come back, the beavers go straight in there. Here it comes. It'll fill this area up here. Some of the buildings really lack water. Right, this is filling up nicely. This is now flowing. This is going to go ahead and topple over momentarily. Oh yeah. See if we can watch it breach. There we go. Might flood just a little bit. Oh no. I thought it was going to flood. All the water pumpers now working. The water is now back. Everything can now be replanted, taken up and replanted. All the beavers are okay. Pretty sure none of them did die, so breeding's halted because of water. Fair. Depth. Oh, you can limit depth. That's pretty cool, actually. Didn't know you could do that. Yeah, I told you it would be flooding over here. Yeah, everything seems to be okay. None of the beavers died, so that's a good win. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and wait for this to get constructed, and I'll show you guys what is going here. And the construction is complete. We are also in the middle of yet another drought. This one is also not going particularly well, as we are also running out of water. Let me just quickly remove all these paths. No. Off the top of here. And basically this entire area here is going to be used for all of like the new kind of things. Like the swimming pool we can't really do here, as the swimming pool is kind of tiny, but we can indeed build the swimming pool off the edge here, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some planks there, but then I can put a couple here as well. They'll get built up over time, and then we can start thinking about the other stuff. With this new update, there is a lot of new, well, update 5 anyway. There's quite a lot of new sort of decoration. There's quite a lot of new like things for the beavers to do and play with. So we'll put a couple of swimming pools in. That will get their happiness up. We'll also go ahead and get a wind tunnel, like so. And that's what this area here is for. So we're going to put a wind tunnel in here. Ooh, where does this go? Must be built on the ground, so it can't be built on platforms. These buildings all require power, a mud bath. Might as well get one of these as well. So these two buildings need power, which is why I've built this whole area here. I'm really not sure why I've built this big area, but we need power over here, so the idea for that is to get a couple of engines like so, and that shouldn't vary, so that's 600 power, that does 4, that's 4, that's 8. Should be enough to power those buildings quite easily. We also need to make sure that all of these buildings are accessible. That is a mess of paths, but it'll do. That will then connect to there, this will connect to here, and then this will connect over like that in a couple of places. Space for the mud bath as well. We can go ahead and put another campfire in as well. Pretty sure the campfire needs to be done on solid ground because it doesn't really make sense to be over here. So the campfire can go here, like so. Where did the campfire go? There it is. It doesn't make sense to be able to put there. Doesn't make sense to be able to put there. We'll get a couple of scratching posts as well. Like so, like that. And anything else that we need? Anything else we don't have? Anything else we should probably get? Probably a couple more of these hospital beds. Plonk them down here. As the beavers like to get quite injured, I should say. So these are going to take a long time to go ahead and build. We're actually pretty close with some of them. Most of our issue is actually logs, which we couldn't really do a whole lot about, apart from add a lot more trees and stuff in. Just trying to think if these guys can actually get down here. I might as well just cut these down. The drought is now over as well. Quite a lot of the beavers did unfortunately die of thirst, mostly because I just didn't pull the thing down, but that's okay. My plan actually is to go ahead and make sure these are all prioritized by haulers, which they were not. And make sure the ones on this side at least have bots in there so that they don't have to go to bed and to waste time doing so. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for all this to get built. Shouldn't take too long after all the wood comes in, and I'll see you guys once again in a moment. But I was going to work on this today, I know, but unfortunately the beavers did not get the memo, and they haven't been working away with their science, and I actually had to rebuild it because I was silly and did it wrong. I wanted to put a path in. So that is the mine that we built in the next episode. I have got a bunch of beavers up here actually sciencing away. He says, not having any beavers up there at all. But these are pretty fast, so I'm not too worried about any of it. So yeah, I'm going to wait until all this is built, and I'll be back in just 1 second. And after another long time later, we have the area all constructed, bar one of the buildings here. We've just come out of a bad tide as well, so we just got to wait for all of the water to go back to normal, and it should do that momentarily. Waiting for all of the, obviously all of the bad tide water to go away, really. Should allow it to all drain. Let's put that back to 1. Let's put these up to 2. And this down to 2.5. Should allow water to start flowing down. Shouldn't be bad water. And then we can get more water down here. Water's fine. We were fine for the whole of that dry season and the bad tide as well. That's okay. A lot of the crops just died, but we're still like amazing for food. So I think that the last thing we need to do in Timberborn, which will be in the next episode, is to go ahead and get everything ready for the mine, which is over here. And the reason why I can't do that right now is because the mine actually unlocks at I think it's something ridiculous like, where's the mine gone? Here, 4,000 science, and I only have 2.2 thousand, so I unfortunately can't do that just yet. The couple of things I can do is actually try and get some more food underway, which is by unlocking this garden here and doing the coffee brewery as well. So we can go ahead and put in one of these here and one of them here. This one, which will have the mushrooms, and this one will have the algae. Which means we need to do another 2 food factories, which means we need even more power, even though the demand of these is 600 and the output is actually less. So we can actually go ahead and put in a food factory. One there, one there. Go ahead and path to these. They're not in the best of places, I do admit, but that's that. And then these ones can do the... Actually, I only need one. Forget that. The mushrooms must just be edible, unless you've got them in here. We do. We can slap a fermenter on the side. Slap a fermenter. Right. There. Get that one doing mushrooms. These will get built, these will get built, and these 2 will get built in their own time. Again, not too worried about them right now because we don't need them. It's just to make sure that the beavers are as happy as they can be. Obviously, between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and get all of that stuff set up. There's a couple of built workers in the other, well, in this side of the district that don't have any jobs. Mostly because they are requiring bots. And a lot of the bots are currently charging. Do we need any treated planks? No, I don't think so. No, we've got 42. and the only other one I could think of is getting this one, but we haven't had really any problems with them. And get the mud bath as well. More decorations will be nice. I have actually put the Labour Monument is facing this direction. I don't know why he's facing that direction, but he is. And the other monuments in the game include the fire one, which I think has power required, which I think I could actually probably build. I just need 3,000 science, which I just don't have yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode nonetheless, and a big step up into the end of the series. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I am looking forward to the new update, and I'm going to be playing the experimental mode after the end of this series. But I hope you guys enjoy nonetheless, and I'll see you guys in the next one for some more Timberborn.